Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Peak to Middle School. My name is John, but I go by Narwhal for some reason, and I'm here with Kyle, who goes by Kyle.
That was a very good intro.
Yeah.
The energy is here.
We're back. Kyle and I, this is going to be a normal episode. So this is our first time just having fun, being goofy for a while, you know?
Yeah.
It's been a while.
It's good to be back.
Yeah. Did you miss me?
Parts of you I missed. I wouldn't say I missed like all of you though.
Yeah. I didn't miss all of you. It's nice to get a break.
You missed
me. Nice to get... Bro, I don't know if I could live with any of my friends. I get sick of you. I get sick of Jordan.
I feel like you just get sick of people.
Yeah.
Maybe you should live by yourself forever.
Dude, but
what
what happens when I get when I get a girlfriend? They want to move in together. I'm gonna be sick of her in like a month and be like, I cannot stand you in my presence.
Yeah, but I feel like if you're gonna, some people move in real quick together. I feel like if you're gonna move in, you have to be 100% sure, like, I'm not gonna get sick of you.
Or I date someone and move in like 2 weeks into it just so I don't waste my time. So I know right off the bat.
But it's kind of wasting your time because like, if it's not gonna work out, then it's like you moved out. You have to move out of an apartment. That's a tight waste of time.
Okay, but if I date them for a year or a year and a half, then we move in, and then I realize I can't live with this person, then that's like a 2-year process.
Yeah, wait.
So if I move in 2 weeks in, I can just get that out of the way and figure out I can't live with you. Bye.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of people say, like, let's take things slow. But that's kind of wasting time, right?
Let's take things fast.
Let's just get right into it. We're moving in. We're going to have kids. Well, you shouldn't have kids. But, you should have kids at some point. I'm talking in a circle here.
Yeah.
But, like, that kind of makes sense, though.
Yeah.
Like, getting after it quick. Because if you take things slow, it's like, oh, I want to see if you're the right person for me. Let's just go after it. And then if we're not right, then we're not right.
But then there's people who get engaged, on their first date. Like love at first sight. They just propose. They get married.
Do people really do that?
Yeah.
In real life?
The guy at Barstool.
Who?
There's a guy at Barstool Sports, one of the podcast guys, and he married a girl that he met on Twitter in a Denny's in Vegas.
Oh, yeah. I don't think that was like a real marriage, though.
No,
they're not together.
I think they're married. She was tweeting about it like 2 days ago.
Oh, really? That's the thing?
She said, my parents are going to be pissed when they find out that I got married or got engaged in a Denny's in Vegas or something.
How could her parents not know by now? This happened months ago.
I don't think she told them.
I feel like how do you hide that from
apparently, she and the guy from Barstool both have tattoos on their ass of beer cans.
That's kind of funny.
So
I feel like a little tattoo like that.
See, but
people are different on tattoos. Some people, it's like I would probably never get like a girlfriend's name or something tattooed on my body, even a wife's name. But some people are just, they don't care. I feel like name is one thing. If it's like a beer can.
What are your thoughts on funny tattoos that like don't have any meaning? Like, do you think they should be important?
It depends on the person. I don't know. I think I could get to a point where I just kind of don't care. I feel like once you get a tattoo, it's like a drug where you're more inclined to get another tattoo.
Yeah.
I already know I'm going to get another tattoo at some point.
What's it going to be?
I don't know exactly what it's going to be, but I want to get something for my grandma.
Okay.
But see, like for me, it's like more meaningful things.
Yeah.
I'm not at the point where I'm just going to like, get like a random dog or something, or like like a dragon.
This one guy in my hall of college freshman year, he came back one night and was like, "Yo, John, I got a tattoo. You want to see it?" And this is like a weird kid. And I was like,
the crackhead Tyler kid?
Oh, yeah, I forgot about Crackhead. No, it wasn't Crackhead Tyler.
Different weird guy.
Crackhead Tyler got like kicked out or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
But this guy, he's like, "You want to see it?" And he came in, he pulled up his leg, and it was just a sailboat, like a stick, like literally how you would draw a sailboat. You go across, down, and then you do up,
like a triangle.
and then you do a flag. And he said it's because he likes Lil Yachty, who goes by Lil Boat, so he got a boat. It's just on the middle of his thigh too. I mean, which is a weird spot for it.
No, I feel like that's kind of a good spot for a tattoo. That's like where people put like weird tattoos.
Yeah.
Yo, I think at some point I might do something like that, but I feel like, I don't know. I feel like I'm too young and I don't want to regret it yet.
Kyle, you're not too young. Pretty soon you'll be 60 and you'll be saying, where did life go?
When I'm 60. If I still want it when I'm 60, I'll get it.
All right.
Yeah, I don't want to be 60, dude. That's gonna suck.
I've seen these video. Actually, let me say this first. I saw a porno once.
Okay.
And the guy
60?
No. The guy
Don't watch this old porn.
it was it was an elephant, but his trunk was his penis. And dude, yo, you know how a while back I said sometimes
it has to be big.
Sometimes I'll go
big,
in the
right?
comments. I mean, it was not that big.
You gotta have just an absolute schlong if you're rocking that.
Sometimes I'll go in the comments just to see what people have to say.
Mm-hmm.
I don't comment. I don't have an account, but I just kind of look through, and every comment was like, "This could not have been a worse tattoo. Like, it is the worst possible looking tattoo."
Yeah, I mean,
it's creative.
It is creative. I think you gotta respect it, but I don't think that's like very attractive.
No, not at all.
There's no one to be like, damn, I'm gonna suck that elephant's trunk.
Yo, I hate tattoos though that are like around your belly button, or it'll be like a smiley face and the belly button hole is like its nose or something. It's so weird.
Yeah, I feel like as you get older, it's gonna get real saggy.
Yeah, that's what's weird is that if you get your tattoo at a certain spot in your body, and then if your body changes substantially, then your tattoo morphs. Like if you get really fat,
has yours like
mine
changed?
hasn't really changed. No,
I
mean, I feel like this is a good spot. But if I was to like join the My 600 Pound Life team,
oh yeah, no,
this would like
all of a sudden it's this big.
Yeah,
it's like damn, how big? Whoa, you could like make a tattoo bigger.
But
I don't. This will save money. You get a smaller tattoo if you're planning on getting fat or like gaining weight. If you're really skinny, you get like a small tattoo, and then have them kind of like shrivel it up a little bit, and then as you inflate, so does the tattoo, and it's bigger and it costs less money. It's cost effective.
Okay, but you'd have to keep that weight on forever because if you want to lose weight, it just shrinks back down. So so you recommend people just stay that weight
if they want to.
Yeah,
it's their body, their choice.
Yeah, true. If I showed up tomorrow for the podcast, I'm in here, you walk in, I say, "Hey, what's up?" And I look at you, and there's a tattoo going down the side of my face,
like
all the way.
Mike Tyson,
or like Lil Xan, who has like tears coming out of his eyes or whatever. Yeah. What would you be like?
I probably would think it's fake.
And then would you be like, dude, what the fuck? Or would you think it's funny, or would you just be like, that is so ugly? Why would you do that? Or maybe both.
I think at first I would be concerned for you because I'd be like, are you okay? Why did you do this? This seems not like you. Your parents are going to kill you. Mm-hmm. Then it would be funny.
Yeah.
I'd probably slap it.
It would also affect you because you're the co-host with me, and if this would have a bad look for our podcast.
Well, we'd just keep our sides. We'd keep you on that side so it's hidden.
Oh.
Yeah.
I have to sit
never
like this.
Never ever show your side.
Yeah.
You could be like Marshmallow, and that could your new thing could just be like putting. Maybe Marshmallow's got a really bad face? No, like a helmet.
Well, mine could be like a narwhal head. It has like a big spear coming out.
Exactly. Maybe Marshmallow's got face tattoos.
Maybe
doesn't want. Or
do you think
not?
Do you think Marshmallow designed that thing? Like, was that a thing before him, or did he have like a designer make a head mask thing that then became the Marshmallow mask?
You're asking the wrong person. I can't name one Marshmallow song.
Okay, but like related, like Anonymous. We were talking about Anonymous.
Yeah.
Do you think those masks? Do you think that was a thing before Anonymous, or do you think Anonymous had a custom-made mask that then became known as the Anonymous
what are their
mask?
masks? I feel like those masks have kind of always been around. No.
Yeah, but it had to come from somewhere. Where was the first mask?
What?
I'm just saying, did Anonymous take it from someone else, or did they create their own mask? Because obviously,
are their masks the same as like the Jabberwockies?
I don't think so.
What are their masks? I can't like picture it right now.
Let's see. I'll look. Yeah, no, they're very different masks.
Okay.
So the Anonymous mask. Okay, that's the Jabberwockies, just all white.
That's plain. Yeah, that's like Michael Myers.
Yeah. But wasn't his a hockey mask, or was that one of the other killer movies?
Yeah, I think so.
Maybe. And then the top left is the Anonymous. It has like a mustache and like a beard.
Yeah, maybe they made that. I don't know. Yeah, because
it's kind of cool though that a hacker group took it upon themselves to have like a unique style, a design.
I mean a lot of people do.
I know.
Any team has their own unique design. We have our own unique design.
Okay, fine. It's not cool.
I think it's not as cool as you think it is.
All right. Kyle, I missed, even if you didn't miss me that much, I missed you.
You just said you barely missed. You just said you kind of missed me.
Yeah, but that does mean I did miss you. Like, if I missed you 1%, I still missed you.
All right.
But I mainly didn't miss you.
You know when a person sucks when you are away from them and you miss not one thing about them?
Or you don't even realize that they're not there, and you don't realize they exist until they're back in your life.
Yeah, the people that you forget exist, you realize, I don't think I cared about you at all.
Yeah. I think that's how you know if someone is like not...
Or just impactful in your life.
Yeah, if they're not... They probably shouldn't be in your life if you can go like a week and like you don't even remember that they were a thing.
Yeah.
You know?
That's true.
But guys, I just want to say I finally finished my 900-page book.
Oh.
It took me like a couple months because I'm really slow at reading, didn't read every day. Then after
when did you start it?
I don't know, a couple months ago during quarantine, and then I just kind of like on and off was reading it. And then at the end, I got in like a intense, couple days where I read like 300 pages. And then I gave it to my dad because he wanted to read it. And he finished it in a week.
Yeah,
just to make me feel like a piece of shit.
Well, yeah.
He doesn't do anything.
I mean, he mows the lawn and like does shit around the yard, but then he kind of just...
Yeah. And I mean, he was in California where he has nothing to do, so he just read every day for a week.
Is there a lawn for him to mow?
No. They have fake grass. They have AstroTurf. It's kind of cool.
Oh.
But also another update to brag about myself. I also got under 179 pounds, which like a couple months ago, I was getting a little chunky. Kyle said I had big fat beer gut. And
you kind of said it. I didn't say that. I didn't say you have a big fat gut.
Yeah.
You were saying like, I don't like my big fat gut. Yeah. And I kind of rode with it.
Yeah. But I'm under 179 now, which means my dad had to pay me $20 and he has paid up. So life is good right now. I wanted to ask you, talking about big fat beer guts.
Okay. Or are you looking at my gut?
No. When I was gone, I saw a snap one day of you drinking a beer.
Yes. I did drink one beer.
I just want to say you're leaning into the beer dad thing. Before you were saying like, dude, that's not true.
Okay.
But I feel like since then it's become more and more apparent that I think you are going to be beer dad.
Just because I drink beer?
I'm just saying, how often have you been drinking beers?
Very not often. Since you've been gone, actually since quarantine started, I've probably had like 8. Which is really not that much for like 3 months.
Yeah, that's actually not many at all.
I'll probably have like 1 to 2 a week. Probably 3 at the most per week.
Whoa, you're sounding like...
But I'm having him with my mom just out on the porch.
Kyle, you sound like you're trying to justify it now. You said 8 in 3 months, and then you said sometimes 3 a week. That doesn't add up.
There probably was a week where it's like, oh, Kyle's on a bender. He had 3 beers. Actually, the most I probably drank was that one night where we all had like a happy hour on Xbox. And everyone was drunk.
Oh yeah,
except for you, because John was like, "Ooh, I don't drink."
I didn't want to. But
wait, but about the book, I would like to brag that I am like 45 pages into my 150-page book that I have had in my possession for about 6 months.
Yeah. So, hey, you got to start somewhere.
That's true.
And you've started.
So what is that per month? I'm at like, what did I say? 40 pages in.
45 pages.
45 pages divided by 6. That's about...
It's less than 10 pages a month.
Yeah. So it's like a page every 3 days.
It's like 8 pages a month.
Yeah.
It's not good.
It's like a page a week.
Yeah. But didn't you read all those 45 in one day?
I read like 25 in a day, and then like 2 days later. See, I only like reading in the sun outside. Okay. So it's like I'm killing 2 birds with one stone. I'm getting rid of this just disgusting white center core that I have.
Yeah.
While reading a book, it's like 2 birds with one stone.
Yeah. But that also limits
been around in a while.
Limits when you're gonna read because.
Yeah, but I don't wanna just burn through the book.
I promise you're not burning through it.
Look, I'm going at a pretty rapid pace. I need to slow down.
There are also so many other books for you to read after this one.
Yeah, I got plenty of time. I'm only 22. There's so many books I could read.
You're right. There are.
I would say complete books that I've read on my own outside of school.
3. Yeah. Literally. And I can name one of them is The Art of Living Other People's Lives.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of another one. Because
Harry Potter.
I didn't read them though. My mom read them to us.
Oh.
I read The City of Ember and those books, but I also used them as AR books, and I was forced to just read in general.
So that doesn't count.
So I think
anything
going out of my way to read a book, I've probably read. There's probably some other one that's mixed in there.
So 2.
Yeah, like 2 or 3.
Hey, well, we could get that up to like 4 or 5, potentially. Okay, but do you enjoy it, or are you like, dude, I'm just doing this just to say I read a fucking book?
Part of it is getting outside my comfort zone, because I know it is good to read, and there is value. There's actually 2 pages that I have screenshotted or not screenshotted.
Like, take a picture of.
Yeah, taking a picture of.
Like just something you thought was like interesting.
Want me to read it to you?
Yeah.
One of them was, I think, something that you were trying to talk about on the podcast once.
It's been so long since I read that book, but I just remember really liking it.
Yeah. So, okay, the first one is, it says, the old man pointed to a baker standing in his shop window at one corner of the plaza. When he was a child, that man wanted to travel too, but he decided first to buy his bakery and put some money aside. When he's an old man, he's going to spend a month in Africa. He never realized that people are capable at any time in their life of doing what they dream of. I was like, damn, that's inspiring.
Yeah, I like that.
Don't be afraid to do what you dream of. Don't I don't know. I feel like that's kind of what I'm doing right now. Like, I'm not trying to like save up and like do a bunch of shit. Like, I'm just doing it.
Yeah. I think that's something that I'm proud of, and I feel like you and I both can be proud of it, is we've like taken action on what we want to do. And I feel like, I don't know, it seems like a lot of people have things they want to do, but just sort of like, oh, I'll do it one day, and then don't do it.
Okay. And then the second one, which is the one that you were talking about that one time, should I read it or just explain it? It's kind of long.
You can explain it.
It's basically the one where it was the guy that's like, he's a miner, he's mining for emeralds, and it said he had spent everything trying to get these emeralds. For 5 years he'd been digging for them, and he was about to give up when, if he had just moved one more stone, he would have found his emerald.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's interesting. I forgot. I didn't realize that was from that book. Like, I've just seen little infographics of that story, sort of. But yeah. But I mean, so of your 45 pages, do you like enjoy it?
Page? Oh
no, like, do you like it, or so? Are you
it.
Intrigued to read more, or not really?
So, for me, I can already tell it's a book of just a bunch of metaphors.
Yeah.
Which, I would say the storyline for me isn't like just thrilling. Where I'm, what is he gonna find his treasure? I don't know. That's kind of what the thing is. I don't know. It's not like a thrilling book for me to read, but there's takeaways from it.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like a peaceful book for me to read. Cause I don't know. It's one of those books you can kind of think about.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like let it soak into your brain.
Core.
Yeah. It's not something that I'm gonna be like a page turner where I'm like, oh damn.
Yeah, definitely not like that. But have you realized? Well, I don't know if you realized it till the end of the book, but I already said it a while ago. But like, one thing I realized when I finished the book is that like the person in the book, the main character, is supposed to be you.
The boy. I'm the boy.
Yeah, they never name him. They just call him the boy because it's supposed to be you.
Pretty sure the first page says his name.
Okay. Well, throughout the book, don't they call him the boy?
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe they didn't say his name. Yeah, it takes place in Spain. When does it take place? I was unsure about
clue.
that.
Maybe it's not supposed to have a time period because it is just like a bunch of metaphors, kind of.
Yeah.
I don't know. But, okay, wait, I want to go back to alcohol, okay?
Okay.
Okay, real quick. I was just checking the cameras real quick, and Kyle asked me what alchemy is because the book is called The Alchemist.
A person who practices alchemy.
Okay, well, can you give me some?
Person who transforms or creates something through a seemingly magical process. So I told you it's like wizard chemistry.
Wait. I think alchemy, though, is like also like a real scientific thing.
Define alchemy. The medieval forerunner of chemistry, based on the supposed transformation of matter, it was concerned particularly with attempts to convert base metals into gold or to find a universal elixir.
Oh, okay. So it's not real?
I think it's just chemistry,
okay.
But they called it alchemy.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But they thought it was like they thought basically chemists, basically nerds back then were like wizards.
Yeah.
So it's just a medieval nerd.
I mean, nerds are wizards, basically. Like, you can't tell me Elon Musk isn't some form of wizard.
He's got wizard in him, yeah.
Yeah, he's got some of the genes.
You know they changed the name of the baby?
Yeah, I saw that.
But,
What's
like,
its name now?
I mean, it still sucks.
The name still sucks?
Yeah.
Oh. Do
Like,
you remember? Like,
no.
oh. Is it like Jared or?
No, it's like, it's just a different variation
different
of
weird name?
different numbers.
God.
XAEA12. Wait, isn't that what it was?
It was something like that.
I think
not
they
exactly.
changed a little bit.
They made it a little shorter. They had to condense
shortened it to just XAEA12.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So back to alcohol.
Okay.
I was having this conversation with my dad. How much do you have to drink before you're considered an alcoholic? In not like scientifically, but just in your opinion? Because I proposed the question to my dad. If someone drinks one beer every single day of their life, but that's it, just one beer, would they be an alcoholic? And I don't know.
Are they ever drunk?
No, just one beer a day. But he was like, well, can this guy go a day without a beer? And I was like, no, he can't. But he only drinks one beer.
I think that's like a functioning alcoholic.
Okay.
Yeah. I know people that are kind of like that. Or
There's a lot of dads that have...
I'm not going to be a functional alcoholic.
No.
I know people who probably will be. Yeah. I don't know. I don't think that's... I mean, I wouldn't say it's like great, but they also say like a glass of wine a night is like good for the heart.
Yeah.
So I feel like a glass of wine,
beer. What's the difference?
Yeah, what's the difference? Wine gets you more drunk.
Really?
Too. Yeah.
I've never in my life, I don't think, finished a glass of wine.
We should. Do you have wine here?
I mean, my parents. I hate it so much.
Oh,
I would rather
me too.
drink vodka than wine.
I would.
And I'm not joking. Like I have a gag reflex when I drink. I don't know about white wine, but the red wine I've had is so shit.
Yeah, I don't like wine. I had one glass of wine with my mom recently, just because she said, "Do you want a glass of wine?" And we didn't have beer. And I was like, "Sure." And it was not great. I mean, if it's there and I want to drink something, I'll drink it. I'll drink it to be polite. If somebody says, "Hey, would you like a glass of wine?" I'll say, "All right."
You're like, I don't want it, but I'll drink it.
Yeah, like I can drink it, but it's not something that I'm gonna enjoy. But I can get it down.
Yeah. So okay, so if I was talking with my dad about that, if a guy had a beer a day, and then I was like, all right, well, what if they drink once every 2 weeks? Like every single 2 weeks, like on the certain day they drink, but they just get like fucked up.
I don't think that's just college, but people do that way more often.
That's true. Yeah, I bet by definition, a lot of people in college are probably alcoholics.
Yeah. I think there's a definition. Let me look it up.
I got a definition.
Bro.
All
okay,
right.
can you find something?
I found one that says a chronic disease characterized by uncontrolled drinking and preoccupation with alcohol. Alcoholism is the inability to control drinking due to both physical and emotional dependence on alcohol. So preoccupation. So like if you put alcohol in front of other responsibilities, that means you're addicted, right?
I guess. But I thought that I feel like I remember learning in health class, it's like if you drink 3 times a week, you're an alcoholic.
I mean, yeah, but I don't think that's really true. I feel like they tell that because they're high schoolers, and
that's true.
You know,
I feel like you kind of can't drink that often in high school.
I mean, you could. It depends where you live and like how shitty your parents are.
That's true.
Dude, like maybe I was just sheltered growing up, but I just I mean, I was, but I can't believe that there are people that grew up in places where they're just like drinking and like doing drugs when they're 12.
Well, it's because we lived in a bubble. So
I know, but it's just there's a lot of people that around the world. It's like, oh, they're 12 and they're smoking and drinking. Yeah. That's normal.
That's a very foreign concept to where we live.
Yeah,
which is good in that way, I guess, but also bad because then kids they do it later. Which I don't know if it's better to really do it earlier, but I don't know. Like kids in Italy drink like when they're young, like have a glass of wine, but it's also because it's not for like forbidden.
And there's probably less alcoholics over there.
Yeah, and it's more controlled, and it's like a cultural thing, and it's not like you have to hide it or anything.
But I bet they smoke more cigarettes.
Oh, they definitely do.
Yeah,
dude,
dude.
Europe is full of cigarettes.
It's disgusting.
Really gross.
I went to France once, and dude,
Ugh.
they told you to not go on runs outside because the air is so shit because so many people smoke.
Yeah, it's gross.
I don't know, man.
You'd be like by a restaurant. I don't know. If you're just like sitting outside by a restaurant, there's just people walking by smoking cigarettes. If you're walking down the street, there's just cigarette smokes in your face.
Yeah, it's
It's
disgusting.
like a casino.
Okay, Kyle.
Okay, John.
I
have a thought about thoughts.
All right. Yeah, we were talking about thoughts last week and the week before that.
Yeah, so I was gonna. Anyways, I wrote this down in the episode where Jordan claimed that he was me and he wasn't.
Yeah.
And did a very bad impersonation of me. You guys were talking about where like thoughts come from.
Yeah.
My belief is that you can kind of train yourself to think differently than you already have. And I've noticed that within myself. Like I have an easier time since doing the podcast of if I'm listening or if I'm engaged in a conversation, even if I'm outside of it, it's easier for me to very quickly come up with something of how I feel about it or what I would say in the conversation if I was in it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like easier, like better at responding to conversations and jumping in.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
Yeah. Speaking of that, last episode it was a really serious episode. We were talking about all the protests going on, the Black Lives Matter stuff going on, like all the police brutality. And in the comments of the YouTube video, we said like, hey, if anybody wants to discuss, like, we're here to respond to you guys. And we had like a good back and forth with this guy named Lou. And it was like a really good conversation. Like it was probably like 20 messages back and forth.
Yeah, it was a lot. It was a lot of long messages.
But one thing, I just wanted to say one thing relating to what you were saying is, so like, I don't agree with his perspective, but I get what he was saying. And he was like really respectful. So are we. And it was just like, that's the type of beneficial conversations that you can have with someone that you don't agree with.
Yeah.
And it was nice that he like was like level-headed. He wasn't
Both
like,
of us were civil.
He wasn't like, oh, it's fucking stupid, you idiot.
How could you think that way, you idiot?
But so there was a couple things that I read from his responses that I just wanted to point out because I just thought they were interesting. One of the things he said was like, he thought that he said you guys might think that you're thinking freely and that these are your own original thoughts or whatever, but that in reality, the media is tricking you into feeling this way because they're shoving this narrative down your throat and like something about how you need to actually like think about it freely and what you actually believe. Now, I was thinking about that and I get what he's saying. I do agree that in a lot of things, I feel a certain way about a topic oftentimes because of what the people around me are saying about it. Like growing up, if my parents were upset by something, I'm going to be upset by it because it affects them. And that's just your like worldview. But then I was also thinking, just because like the media, let's say whether he's referring to Twitter or whatever, like all these different media outlets, they're not forcing me to like feel that like this human decency that I have towards people. Like I'm not like brainwashed to believe that black people shouldn't be murdered by cops. Like that's just a thing that I'm going to feel regardless of whether or not the media is portraying that.
And I feel like it was also something that I've always felt that way, but I'm just finally realizing that I need to speak about it.
Yeah.
That kind of thing.
And
it also goes both ways too.
Yeah. And I think he was saying you need to be like, think freely, but in my opinion, it's almost impossible.
Yeah, I don't know how you can.
You're going to be influenced by someone, whether it's the media or your family or your friends. The way you view the world is based on who and what you're surrounded by.
How you grow up and who's teaching you things.
Yeah. So sure, maybe Twitter influences me to lean a certain way or like feel a certain way, but like I feel that way because I think it's right, not because I'm being like brainwashed by Twitter videos or something.
Yeah, exactly.
And then another thing just another point he brought up, all of his stuff, like I get where he's coming from and I understand that, but I just don't agree with it. But he was saying that he asked you, where do you think the root of racism comes from? And you were like, honestly, I don't really know how to answer that. Like, that's a tough question.
Yeah, I think it's kind of just always been there.
Yeah. And he was saying that his argument was that we're looking at it kind of from the wrong perspective, because it's not that the police force is filled with racism. It's that there's individual racists in the police force. So it's not that like the whole system is racist. It's that there's like individual bad apples who are, this guy said he believes that racism stems from like your heart, like your human condition. So if you have like a bad heart with ill intentions, you could be a racist person, but that doesn't mean, obviously he was saying like not all cops are racist. I guess to counter that, it's like the whole entire system in the US is racist, because like you were saying, if a black person gets arrested and a white person gets arrested for the same exact thing, the black person's going to get more time, and that has nothing to do with an individual racist cop.
Yeah.
And like we said, there are lots of good cops, but that's not what we're talking about. It's just the fact that there shouldn't be any racist cops.
Exactly. It's one of those things that it's just unacceptable to have somebody that's ill fit to be a cop.
Yeah.
Like it. Yeah.
And it's not just like there was like one or two. I think Twitter has exposed that there's been like many.
So many. And there's been many throughout history. And like I've been seeing a bunch of videos where, you know, people are getting pushed over or whatever. Police brutality, you want to call it. If that wasn't being filmed, nobody would ever know about it. And that's been happening forever.
Yeah.
And people are just knowing about it now because it's documented.
Yeah.
And that's what's really sad.
Did you see that video? Or you did see the video of them pushing over the old man?
Oh my gosh.
Bro, it's fucked. Bro, this guy had to have been like 80, 85 years old, was walking up to a group of cops to ask them like a question. He had a mask on, literally walking up to them at the speed of an 80-year-old man. And the guy just pushes him. The old guy falls back, bashes his head on the pavement, and they just keep walking.
Yeah.
What?
I guess they suspended those cops, but then a bunch of people on that police force quit because they suspended the cops. I think because they were like, oh, they shouldn't have been suspended, so they quit. Which is like, all right, you probably weren't very good anyways if you're gonna quit over that.
Or maybe there's something else going on behind the scenes where they're like encouraged to quit because otherwise, I don't know.
I feel like if you're a bad person, if you're gonna quit over that, then that's probably good. You shouldn't be a police officer if you don't think that was wrong.
Yeah,
basically.
I don't know, man. Crazy shit. Yeah. But this is not related to anything. Okay. But
changing topics.
Yeah, still haven't got better at transitions, but
doesn't matter.
I had a realization that I think, so a long, long time ago, I asked you, what do you think are some of the things that you are the best in the world at? And I think I've realized another one, that I might be top 10%, not like top 1% in the world, but top 10% in the world.
Okay.
Of explaining things that I know a lot about, that I'm very knowledgeable in a way that almost anyone can get the gist of it.
Well, we're going to find out when you start teaching me to edit.
Yeah, I'm planning on teaching. Kyle got a new laptop. I'm going to teach him how to edit.
Day one of school, I got teacher John. This could go good or bad.
Yeah.
We'll see.
So, but I really do think, just from this podcast, I think you and I both are good at it. And I think we've said before, we feel like we're self-aware and realize like when we say something that's like rude or say something that's dumb or whatever, I think I can realize, because I've listened to so many people explaining something to like a student or to like their friend, and I can tell that they're not explaining it in a good way, because I also don't know shit about it. And if they were teaching me, I'd be like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah. There have been situations where I feel like I can see somebody explaining something and I'm like, you could just use like way less words here.
Yeah.
But I also have a hard time explaining some things. Like I've attempted to explain baseball to people who know absolutely nothing. And it's really hard because I want to keep adding in more details that are necessary, because if you don't fully understand it, like you can understand, okay, they hit the ball, they run. Yeah. It's like if they catch it in the air, he's out. But there's so much more to it.
See,
and I just want to keep adding details.
The details got to come later, though.
I know, but
because like you got to explain, like first they hit it, and if they catch the ball, they're out. But then later on, you got to explain like
tagging.
Oh,
up.
Well, that he did, because maybe your friend will be like, wait, that guy just caught the ball. But you could say like, I don't know, what's a situation where that wouldn't be an out.
What, like if they caught the ball? Well,
I guess that doesn't really work in that situation.
No, but it could be like, why did he have to tag the runner there, but he only stepped on the base there?
Yeah. So
force outs.
Yeah, and then you can explain the details.
Yeah.
But I think I can be aware of the level that the person is at that I'm explaining it to, and I could just do like layman's terms and break it down for them. And I feel like I'm good at giving examples that they can understand. So I could be like, all right, so this space here when we're editing, so it's called the timeline.
Oh, we'll see.
And I could be like, all right, it's called the timeline, but this is just the spot. All you need to know at the beginning is this is where you see the video and the noise.
Video and noise on timeline.
And the audio.
Okay.
All you see there is the video and the audio. That's where it shows you the visual representation of it.
Okay. I should have brought a notebook to like write notes down.
But like, but then I think there's other people that would be like, all right, this is the timeline. You're going to drop it in the sequence and you're going to pull in that file and you're going to adjust the levels here. And the person listening is like, what the fuck? Like, slow down.
Okay. Can you give me another example of something? What is something that you are elite at that you can explain to me or that you know a lot about?
I feel like I know about like the YouTube algorithm system. So like
why things show up.
How to title videos and why titling and thumbnails and like the stuff of like what's going to
explain.
So,
or is it a secret that you shouldn't give away?
No, you could explain it. But like, for example, when we come up with titles for our podcast episodes, sometimes I'll spend like half an hour trying to think of just a title because the title is so important.
And then we end up with something like,
read some of the title names.
Let's see what we got here. Every baby is ugly. The world's shortest man. Most overrated things. What's your love language? The greatest meme ever by Dad House. Our first time.
Yeah. See, that was a good one.
Yeah. Because it's not about sex.
Yeah.
What was it even about?
Smoking weed for the first time, I think.
Oh.
But see, the thing is though, with these titles, I'm sure if you're a like consistent listener, you definitely know by now that the titles have almost nothing to do with most of the episode. It's more about finding one specific part of it that is clickbaity, but not too clickbaity to where you're flat out lying.
Yeah.
Because then you just get shit on. Like if I was to put all caps like, oh, like woman flashes tits on camera. It's like that's literally has nothing to do with it.
It's true.
But
that's also not allowed on YouTube.
I mean, yeah. But then so the guy that I work for, there's a whole system of like one coming up with a title and certain words in certain spots and then capitalizing certain words and not others. You'll notice I also do that sometimes.
Do you come up with the titles for him?
I help him, but ultimately he decides. But then there's also like the thumbnails, and the thumbnails is the little picture that you see before you click on the YouTube video. And when I'm making the thumbnails, you have to make them way more saturated, like way more colorful,
so it pops.
And brighter, so it pops and catches their eye. All this type of stuff.
I'm colorblind, so.
You still see colors.
Yeah.
So,
well, I don't, but I could see it. Okay.
But I think I could explain that whole system or like why you do certain things to someone, and I think it would make sense to them.
Okay.
They might not understand how to do it, but they would get why. No, I think they'd get why.
Well,
I don't know.
Okay. Well, thank you for explaining that to me.
Yeah. Do you think what's something you're elite at that you feel like you could explain in a dumb way? Like picture someone listening is like a 4-year-old and they know absolutely nothing. Okay?
I taught my younger cousin how to ride a ripstick.
Okay. Can you give me... Yo, I remember in 6th grade math. Oh, what's it called, dude? There's this thing in math.
Algebra.
It's not quite.
Geometry.
It's this thing, there's like a word for it, and it's basically you have to write out a step-by-step instruction on how to do something.
Oh, that's the worst.
But it's like they got to be so specific. Every single
stuff in
step.
Like science. Like when you're writing, when you're writing.
Yeah. And I remember in 6th grade math, to learn how to do it, she had me write a step-by-step thing on how to make a peanut butter jelly sandwich, and I failed it. And I have it still, the piece of paper.
I could do that.
No, but like,
No, I could do it. I'll do it right now.
okay, try it.
Are we assuming?
I'll tell you if you fail
Are we
or not.
assuming you already have peanut butter and jelly and bread?
Yes.
Okay. Walk into your kitchen. Turn to your fridge. Open your fridge. Well, that's just if you keep your bread in your fridge. I keep
Okay.
my bread in my fridge.
Okay.
Take the bread out of the fridge. Close the fridge. Walk to the counter. Take the little doodly dad off the bread. Unwind the bread. Take out 2 slices of bread. 2 consecutive slices of bread. Hold them. Walk to the cupboard.
You hold your bread while you go to the cupboard?
I kind of forgot a step of grabbing a plate. Well, now I'm holding the bread now because I forgot the plate.
Okay.
Hold on to the bread. Don't let go yet. Go to the cupboard. Open the cupboard.
Yeah.
Grab 1 plate. Put plate down on counter. Put bread down on plate. You can put them side to side on the plate. Okay. Close cupboard. Find peanut butter and jelly. Grab both of them. Walk to counter.
Whoa. Do I grab them both at the same time?
Yes, grab them both at the same
with different
time.
hands.
You can go one hand if you want. Let's go. Peanut butter in left and jelly in right.
Okay. What if wait? What if the peanut butter's over here though? So do I have to go like that?
You got to figure it out. Yeah, you got to crisscross. Okay, you got your peanut butter, got your jelly.
All right.
Put them both down on the counter. Great. Hopefully you have placed them next to your bread.
Yeah.
Now, walk to the drawer. Grab a knife. Open the drawer. Grab the knife.
Well, you lost a couple points there, but
Close the drawer.
all right.
Walk with your knife back to your peanut butter, bread, and jelly. Take the peanut butter. Open the lid. Put the lid down.
Yep.
Use your knife. Scoop it out.
All right.
Spread that shit on your bread.
Yep.
Put your knife down. Close the peanut butter. Set the peanut butter to the side.
Okay.
Grab your jelly. Open the jelly.
Do I have to wipe off the peanut butter, or can the peanut butter go in raw to the jelly?
You can raw dog your jelly.
Okay.
It doesn't matter to me.
Okay.
I also don't like jelly, so I'd rather just have peanut butter sandwiches.
What about jam?
No,
those
the same thing to
All
me. Okay, open your jelly, knife, scoop that jelly, spread that jelly all over the bread, just on one side.
Wait, on the same one as the peanut butter or the other one? Now you're losing me.
It doesn't
I'm
matter.
confused.
Okay. You could do the other one. Let's do the other piece of bread.
Okay.
You spread that shit on there. You can do as much or as little as you'd like. Close your jelly. Grab your peanut butter and your jelly. Left hand peanut butter, right hand jelly. Go back to the cupboard. Close your cupboard. Slam your sandwich together. It is now a sandwich. Your pieces of bread have now become a sandwich. Put your knife in the dishwasher because you don't want to be a dick and leave it out. Grab a napkin in case you're messy and eat.
Wow.
And then throw away your napkin and put your dish in the dishwasher. Don't leave it out.
That was amazing.
Did I lose any points?
You lost like 1 in the middle there, but
Yeah.
you got like a 95%.
See, I can explain anything.
See, you did great. What I did is I was like, all right, get your bread, put the peanut butter on, put the jelly on, put the peanut butter and jelly away, bam, and then I got like 2 out of 10. So
That's pretty harsh giving like 6th grader 2 out of 10.
I know. Yo. My first day ever in middle school math, 6th grade, the teacher said something which either I must have misunderstood her or she was trying to scare us. I think I just totally misunderstood, but she said something. In my mind, I thought she said, the way the grading works is if you get to like a C or something, like once it's there, it can never go back up. So like if you drop to like a B, it's a B or lower forever. But if you drop to a C, it's a C or lower forever, no matter what you do.
She was probably just saying if you turn in an assignment and it's C, it's a C.
Yeah. So, but I thought
it was the
she
whole
meant
grade.
the overall grade. So then the first day we had like one of those basic assignments where it's like, have your parents sign this or something. And I forgot. And so
syllabus.
Like 3rd day of class, she updates the grades and I have a C- or something. And I came home and I was just freaking out because my parents always made it very clear, like grades are really important.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was like, Mom, but you don't. My mom was like, John, it's fine. Like, you're gonna be fine. And I was like, you don't understand. This class
This
is
is
different,
6th grade.
Mom.
It's serious. Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember like in elementary school, they tried to like scare us about 6th grade. They're like, oh, just wait till you get to 6th grade and like you gotta actually turn in your homework. And
Yeah. You didn't have to do any of
no,
that.
he didn't have to do anything. And then they say, oh, wait till you get to high school. Well, for our high school, it was pretty intense.
But you could.
But then
You
they say,
could have got by without.
wait till you get to college. It's way more intense. College was less intense than high school.
Yeah. So I think the moral of the story is life never gets harder. It actually gets easier.
It's It's just a downhill slope of like. Well, life does go downhill, but if you're talking like progress as like speed of your skateboard going down the hill, you progress fast, so life gets better. See what I did?
Thank you for that metaphor.
Yeah.
Yo, I just had a really interesting thought. Where do you think we would be in life if you never once put in effort on anything? Like, you made a moral decision that you're never going to try in your life.
I'd be on the streets.
You think you'd be homeless?
I think I'd be kicked out by now.
You probably would.
They would have been done with me by 18.
Let's just go through a potential hypothetical of what all the things that would have happened. So you're in high school and maybe
I don't do any work.
11th grade. You have a day where
I
you're
don't think
just
I
like,
get to 11th grade.
No,
I'm putting in zero effort.
No. 11th grade is when you decide you want to change for the worse.
Okay.
So from that day forward, you don't try at all. You still live your life. You have fun. You do things you like, but you just don't do like
zero
hard
effort.
or beneficial things.
I mean, there were people like that in high school. Somehow they graduated, I think.
Yeah.
I think I could get it done. I feel like my parents would kind of like force me to like will me to graduate.
Yeah.
And then after that, they're like, well.
And then they try and get you to go to college or apply to college.
No.
And you go, no.
No. They say,
I
get a
don't
job.
want
And
to.
I say, no. I think I would have been kicked out.
Yeah, at some point they'd kick you out. And then you'd run out of money at some point.
Yeah.
So you'd have to get a job. Maybe what you could do is you get jobs.
But I don't
like,
try.
Yeah, you show up, but you just do anything you can to finesse and just like fuck around. But you still get paid because they're like, you know, if you work at the grocery store, but then you go hide in the back and like shoot a Nerf gun.
They'll find out. Shoot a Nerf gun.
Yeah.
I'm bringing my gun to school.
Yeah, like bam, bam, run.
Yeah, that's fun. When was the last time you shot a Nerf gun and thought it was fun? There comes a point where you're like, you see your Nerf gun, and you're like, I just think this isn't for me anymore.
That's sad.
Yeah.
Yo, wait, I have one though in my house. Remember,
That's true. It was
the
fun a
little
couple years
balls?
ago. But that's like
Yeah.
a fun Nerf gun.
Yeah, it shoots these pellets really fast, and we would go like across the house and shoot them, and the other person has to catch it with one hand.
Yeah.
Pretty fun.
We should do that.
Yeah.
Imagine getting a Nerf bullet to the eye. Like it sticks on your eyeball.
I don't think it would stick. But if it did
I think
stick,
if it
you're
hit,
right, that
if
would
it
hurt.
hit perfectly fine, and imagine you're just like, oh, and it's just like dangling off.
Yeah.
That'd suck. Anyways, should we get into our segments?
Probably, yeah.
Okay, it's time.
So, guys, we're going to hop into the segments here. If you're new around here, first of all, I'm hoping you're liking the show. If you are, or even if you're not, you should go leave a review on the Apple Podcast app. And even if you don't like the show, you should lie and say that you love it and rate us 5 stars and write a nice review.
That would be nice.
And I guarantee there are so many of you listening who are hearing this right now who haven't left a review yet. And every time we say it, you just ignore it. So to you,
do it.
Fuck you. Actually,
well,
no.
But
no, I want someone to fuck you.
what?
Like, I wish upon you a love life with
What
a
if they don't want
significant
one?
other. Well, if you don't want one, then I hope no one fucks you.
Okay, that's kind of rude.
But point being,
Please do it.
we love you. Go leave a review. So,
But we'll love you a little more if you do.
yeah. Today we have A and F of the week and movie time. So, Kyle, who's your A this week?
A couple, and mine are both sports related. One is the NBA because it has been approved. It is officially coming back.
Woo!
I believe it's July 31st. 22 teams, as I explained in the last podcast. It's happening.
Damn, that's still over a month and a half away.
Yeah, but I'll take it.
Yeah.
We have like an actual date that's coming back. That's just exciting. Okay, 2 is David Price. He He's a pitcher for the Dodgers. So the MLB has just been a disaster. No one wants to pay anybody. Minor leaguers, especially, who like major league players, they make a lot of money, so like they're okay. You know what I mean? But minor leaguers, a lot of them live like paycheck to paycheck.
Yeah.
And so a lot of them are out of a job right now, not making money. I think they were all making like $400 a week or something,
bro,
which is like less than unemployment.
Yeah.
And then David Price is going to give $1,000 to each Dodgers minor leaguer who's not on the active roster, like not on the 40-man roster, which is pretty cool.
$1,000 just once, or like
regularly?
regularly?
I think it's each, but I mean, still, that's a lot of money.
Yeah.
But still, like anything helps. Like, I don't know.
Yeah. What are the minor leaguers? So they're not. So they're just kind of chilling. Like, are they training, or they're just like sitting at home?
I think some facilities might be open, but they're not gonna have a season, so I don't think they're allowed to be at the facility.
Damn, dude.
Yeah, I think they're kind of just shit out of luck.
Yeah, this is such a tough time if you're like a first year guy trying to make a name for himself.
Exactly. Also, the MLB draft is happening June 10th.
Exciting.
So I'm excited. Mariners have a high pick. They better not blow it.
Also, the NBA draft is also happening. They announced a date for it.
Oh, they did?
I saw yesterday.
When is it? It says June 25th, but
how would the draft would be before the playoffs? That wouldn't work because they need to see.
That wouldn't make sense. That may just be the old date. I don't know. I haven't seen anything about it.
Okay. Well, exciting. There are sports things happening now. So it's still going to be a while before you get to watch anything.
Things are coming, though.
What type of euphoria are you going to feel when you turn on the TV and that first basketball game starts?
I don't even care who's playing. It's going to be awesome.
Kyle's just going to like...
Oh, I'm going to be just
like
wrecked.
Yeah.
I'm going to be sitting there just... Yeah, basically.
Okay. So my A this week is Seth Rogen.
Okay.
Did you see...
I also want to give an A to Kanye because he donated like a bunch of money.
Yeah. He like a couple $1 million.
Yeah.
Lego donated $4 million.
Damn, Lego.
So you didn't see Seth Rogen stuff?
I don't know.
On Instagram last week when the Black Lives Matter like movement got pretty big, Seth Rogen posted a photo of the Black Lives Matter logo, and then he said, if this is a remotely controversial statement to you, feel free to unfollow me. So obviously he gets a lot of comments, so I'm just going to read through some of the comments and his responses. Someone said, so do white lives though, buddy. He says, fuck off. Someone else said, wow, Seth, looks like racism. By the way, black people are racist as fuck. Ooh. And then he says, fuck off.
Nice.
Someone says, I think you meant to say all lives matter. And he said, fuck you. Someone says, people making this only about blacks when it's about all races of color. Why do all these brutality videos only show the end? They don't show what the fuck these people were doing to get them in trouble in the first place. He says, fuck off. You don't deserve my movies anymore. Stop watching my shit. Someone else says unfollowed, and he said, good, get fucked. Someone says all lives matter, and he said, eat shit and fuck you. And then someone says, fuck you and your virtue signaling, and he said, I mean, fuck you and your father. And then someone says, I like all lives matter, and he said, I like fuck you. And then someone says, all lives matter because all life is precious. No life is more important than another. He says, shut the fuck up. Then someone says, all lives matter, and he says, fuck you and your mom.
Wow.
So, yeah, there you go.
That's it. I have a newfound respect for Seth Rogen.
Yeah, it was funny. Like, people were just like, wow, I love the way he explains his point of view. So
that's a king right there.
All right, Kyle, who's your F this week? Who failed miserably?
Whoever the fuck gave Carol Baskin Joe Exotic Zoo.
I haven't finished the show yet.
Okay, well, she's something's wrong with her. Potentially murdered her husband. Who knows?
Yeah.
I saw something that she's taking control of. Like, she was given control by the police of Joe Exotic's zoo.
Oh, so that wasn't in the documentary at all?
No, like it just happened.
Okay.
So I don't know who thought they should give it to her, but if you watch the show, like, she kind of brands herself as, oh, I'm saving cats and all that shit.
Even though she still has them.
She has them, yeah,
like,
she
in
has
cages.
them in cages, and they're actually like smaller cages than Joe Exotic even had. Joe Exotic was very bad. He should be in jail.
They're both terrible
They both
people.
suck. Everybody in that documentary, for the most part, just sucks.
Yeah.
And you just know something's wrong with her. She's creepy as fuck.
Yeah, bro. She wears like leopard print every day. All of
Yeah.
her clothes have like cat print.
And there's like a lot of evidence that is like, you don't know what happened to her husband, and her ex-husband, his whole side of the family thinks she murdered him.
Everyone does. It seems
everybody
like.
does. I don't know how there's not. I guess it was so long ago. I don't know how much evidence there is, but why would you give her the zoo?
And if she did kill him, the fact that she doesn't like, that she's so go-lucky and happy and like doesn't
Psychopath.
show any sort of remorse or sadness.
Psycho.
She's literally a psycho.
Yeah, and she has her husband on a leash.
Wait, so why'd they give the zoo to her? Just like no one owned
I don't
it?
know. I didn't read much into it. I just saw that and I was like, that's weird.
Yeah.
Do we look it up or?
No, it's okay.
That's all the information I really needed.
And I mean, that zoo of Joe Exotic's is a certain size of land, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if she owns it, she's going to have to put like tigers and whatever in there. So they're going to be in the same spot as they were when Joe Exotic owned it, which means that she's keeping them in the same cage as he did.
I don't know.
All right, my F this week goes to a man named Rodney.
Rodney.
We remember we used to talk about Rodney the robot.
Okay.
I mean, it's not him, but
Yeah, I drowned that bitch.
yeah. Man faked wife's disappearance so she'd avoid prison. Now, I'm going to show you a photo of this couple, and they're going to be exactly what you expect.
That's about it.
Yeah.
His shirt says bullet.
So it says Rodney and Julie Wheeler allegedly pretended she plummeted from an overlook so she could avoid being sentenced on a charge of federal healthcare fraud later this month.
If anyone's wondering what she looks like she would call a store manager.
She's like a Karen.
She's a Karen.
Or a Becky or
whatever the fuck.
So I just think it's funny. Out of all the things they could have chosen, they decided that she pretended that she plummeted from an overlook.
She just fell off.
So, but don't you need proof of a body?
Yeah, yeah.
So,
you can't just be like, she fell off that, so she's gone.
It says a West Virginia woman and her husband faked her disappearance by pretending she plummeted from an overlook as a part of a scheme to keep her out of having to go to prison. Julie Wheeler and Rodney Wheeler were arrested Tuesday on multiple charges, including conspiracy and giving false information to the state police.
I'm sure that was the easiest investigation. They probably said, what happened to your wife? Can we interview you? And he goes, oh, yeah, sure. They walk inside to interview him, and she's just sitting there.
It says state police said Julie Wheeler was reported missing Sunday by her husband and 17-year-old son. Maybe the 17-year-old son gave it away.
Damn.
It says the family claimed Julie Wheeler had fallen off the main overlook at the New River Gorge National River.
Oh, so maybe they're saying, her body got swept away by the river.
Oh, they're thinking ahead.
A little smart.
Authorities searched for Julie Wheeler for days, but found her Tuesday alive and well, hiding in a closet in her home.
Yep. They definitely came inside and they're like, well, we need to just investigate a little bit to see if there wasn't any foul play. They open a closet and she's sitting there.
Dude, just what is she going to say to them?
I'm not Julie.
Yeah.
I don't know. She probably had some bullshit.
A criminal complaint said Rodney Wheeler and his son planted items in the Garden View Overlook to fake Julie Wheeler's disappearance. Oh, so they placed like maybe a necklace and then like a shoelace.
Oh, they like chucked a shoe down there.
Yeah. Wow, so the son was even a part of it. This is a whole family scheme.
17, so technically he's a minor, so he's lucky he's not 18 yet, or else he could get...
All right, well, there you go. Dumb people in the world, man. We've seen that
plenty of times.
Plenty of times in the last couple weeks.
Too many times.
So, I'm going to be honest. For movie time, I haven't watched anything new in the last couple weeks. I've been really damn busy with work. But I wanted to ask you. You told me you watched season 1 of Dave.
Oh, yeah. Dave's really good.
And I've heard a lot about it. So, you want to tell me about it? What do you think?
Yeah.
Thoughts?
Okay. Dave. It's on Hulu, if anyone has it. It has Lil Dicky, a.k.a. Dave Bird, a.k.a. Lil Dicky. It's basically like he is Lil Dicky in the show, and it's kind of like loosely based off of his life, where he's still the same Lil Dicky. He has the same songs, but it's kind of when he's sort of getting big. And there's real rappers, there's real people in the show, and it's basically like him trying to make it. And it's just really funny. Like the opening scene, usually it's hard for me to get into a show, but the opening scene is him at the doctor getting his dick checked for herpes. It's just like, I don't know. He just has that certain like weird kind of, not like dry sense of humor, but
just like awkward sense.
Yeah,
of humor?
like really awkward kind of. Yeah, and it was just really funny. I recommend everyone watching it.
Is it like it's not like a sitcom. It's just like a general, just like comedy.
It's something that I would say is definitely filmed recently. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
you can tell. It's
I guess the way the shows are filmed now
is different.
It's just different. It's not like a set.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's really good.
Cool.
I thought it was funny. He's actually a pretty good actor.
Yeah, I mean, like when it first came out, I heard about it, but I felt like it kind of went under the radar. And then a couple weeks after, I saw he tweeted like, "Who wants a season 2 of Dave?" And
it got
tons,
renewed.
like LeBron said, like I need it immediately, and a ton of big names were like, "This was amazing." So I'm gonna check it out.
I want season 2 of Dave.
Yeah, but anyways, guys, thank you all so much for listening to this episode of Peak to Middle School. This is episode number 145.
That's a lot.
In 5 episodes, we'll be halfway through the year of not missing a single episode. So that's pretty good.
Wait.
Halfway through the year. Because the new year started on episode 101.
Oh, yeah, okay.
So anyways, guys, this has been fun. Hopefully you all enjoyed it. Like we said before, if you're new or if you're a returning listener, please, for everything that is beautiful in this world, just go leave a review on the Apple Podcast app. And then you never have to do it again, okay?
Yeah.
But anyways, guys, you can follow me at Hey Narwhal on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. You can follow the podcast at PIMS Podcast on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Also, be sure to go subscribe to the YouTube channel. We've been gaining a good amount of subscribers, and I don't know, turn on the bell so you get notified when we upload. I think it's a lot more fun than listening to the audio version. But Kyle, where can they follow you?
Instagram at KyleSafford36. Yeah, come find us. Come say hi.
Yep, there'll be new episodes every single Monday and Thursday. So we'll see you guys then. Bye.
Bye.